Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 25th of July 2025. So US stocks finished mixed amid contrasting fortunes post earnings. And the second headline, strong Google earnings help boost tech while dollar gains on rise in the US yield. So a bit of a bounce in the US dollar there. Economic news for today, it's a quiet one. UK retail sales. And then we've got German IFO business climate, core durable goods orders and durable goods orders month on month. So a quiet day as far as economic news is concerned. But let's have a look at yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow yesterday we have an inside bar, quiet day. Market still above the 5-bar moving average, still needs to get above the all-time high there of 45077. We went to 45033 on Wednesday. Thursday quiet, but we could do that today if need be, just to break through there. 30-minute chart, you'll see that we had a bit of a sell-off there to begin with, then we rallied back and then we retested around 89% by the looks of things. Let's just have a quick look. So there to there, yeah, bang on 89, where we see the buying coming into the market and prices then finding support at the DP level there. So the Dow again needs to push a bit to get through that all-time high of 45,077. And in the German DAX, struggling at the moment. Yesterday the market had a bit of a selling phase, but stayed above the 5-bar moving average. Currently just trading below it. Needs to take out this all-time high of 24,644. And again, as I mentioned just with the Dow, and also mentioned this yesterday, you'll see the market stopping bang on 89% retracement there. So this needs to be taken out in order to move higher. 30-minute chart, you'll see we just drifted lower throughout the day. Choppy as well, as you look at these sort of couple of hour bars there, over a couple of hours the bars are sideways, and then obviously sideways into there. And overnight the market just sitting above the low and need to stay above this in order to move higher during today. However, in the S&P, guess what? We have another all-time high that's been made overnight. There's no end to this. 6385. When it does end, it will end badly. And there you can see the all-time high being created. That's the high of yesterday. There's the new all-time high just being created overnight. It's choppy, but still heading to the upside. And guess what? Here in the UK, the insanity continues with 9158.7. The move is now what would be deemed a sort of a parabolic move. It continues to move up. And given the underlying political situation, economic situation, it is just incredible that this continues to do this. But don't be surprised if we take out yesterday's high, as it's now got this sort of lunacy and demented move that's going on. None of the fundamentals back it whatsoever. It's just high frequency traders, AI, etc, etc. So yeah, FT100 making new all-time high. It's been the theme every morning this week with regards to the S&P and the FT. Every day we've had new all-time highs. Right, let's have a look at the US dollar and see what the strength that's talked about in the headlines is coming into this market. So there's the bit of strength that's supposed to be coming into the US dollar there, trying to move back to the upside. Let's have a look at the impact of this on the metals for yesterday. So yesterday silver suffering a bit, but the good news is it's come back above the 5-bar moving average. However, it's looking a bit different overnight. It needs to get back through this $39.51. That's the resistance at the moment to have any chance of getting to the $40. It'll probably go, but there's a bit of supply around at the moment as well, and we're overbought. So, and it's Friday, Smackdown Friday, which hasn't materialized in any great shape or form in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So don't be fooled by that. So they'll do whatever they can to try and get the price of silver back down. You can see yesterday the LBMA smacked down as well, the market remaining sideways. And overnight the market also coming off the 200 MA there. Meanwhile, gold struggling a bit. Again, this is another market that traded up to 89% retracement. and then has struggled since then as well. And that's fine. It'll have its day. Don't worry about that. And the 30-minute chart, you can see, was in decline. And then after the LBMA smacked down, the market managed to move up. But again, in Asia, the market's down and heading towards the lows there. Right, let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. And in the gold-silver ratio, this is looking good for silver at the moment because it's continuing to trend to the downside at the moment. So again, I'm always sort of cautious that they'll try and slam the price of silver, but we'll see. We'll see what happens during today. No major economic news to report either. So a quick look at yesterday's trades. So yesterday I forgot to hit the record button, so we see the morning session all in its glory there. And as I warned in yesterday's market alert about the flash news, it can make it incredibly difficult to trade. And you can see this with the short bursts of profitable trades. But intermingled in this, we've got 3 losing trades as well. That's because of the flash news. And then once the flash news is out of the way, you'll see the market then trade down nice and calmly once you've got that economic news. They were just trying to use that to do whatever they could to bring the markets back. And then we head out into the US session at 2:30. The market becomes quiet, starts to move to the upside, and then gets into a bit of a range. We had a potential buy signal there. This wasn't filled because the stop was hit before the order was filled, and then prices just trade sideways, fill another order, but then become sideways and tries to break through the 50 bar moving average, which it does, and then past the 4 o'clock cutoff, prices trade higher just for a while before once again becoming subject to some selling from the US market there. So let's have a look at where we are overnight with regards to the German DAX, and you'll see that we're below the close, the 200 MA, the 50, and just above the 20 bar moving average there. Let's compress the chart and have a look at where we are. We're not too far off the low which we saw earlier. I'd expect this to be tested. We're seeing a bit of a spike in the volume there as well at the moment, so it could be a push to the downside by 7 a.m. and then the market trying to hold at this level. Right, that's it for this one and for this week. The sunshine returns for the weekend, which is great. So have a great day, have a great weekend, and I will see you in Monday's edition of the Market Alert. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.